Hey, welcome back to Sunday Yoga Ritual. I actually have a confession to make. Last week I lied to you, so I need to come clean. I even wrote it down verbatim. So last week, towards the end of practice in Savasana, I said, I don't know why we're always working on or focused on being perfect all the time. And the truth is I do know why. And that's part of the fun of yoga is sometimes understanding the root of the cause. And for me, because that's really all I can speak about, I can speak about my direct experience, and that's what I try to share here in Sunday Yoga Ritual. But for me, when I'm trying to be perfect or I'm working on being a certain way, there are parts of me that are looking for safety. They're looking to not be judged. And that may be from conditioning from childhood. It's likely conditioning from childhood. I say maybe, and it's like, I do know these things, but I'm so afraid of saying it wrong and not being perfect or not saying it perfectly. So in today's practice, we are going to work on moving our lymphatic system. It's spring. It's time to clean out the pipes so that we can feel lighter, brighter as the summer months are upon us. So we'll absolutely be doing some lymphatic practices, but we're also going to be working on dropping judgment, because the one thing I know for sure is most people aren't judging me for being perfect or not perfect. The one that is judging me, the one that is setting this expectation is me. And it might be you too. So let's see if we can drop expectations for this practice, release our judgments, and just be. I'm going to take off my sweater here. I will want it back in Shavasana. So if you need an eye pillow or a blanket, that can be really helpful. And let's just arrive together. Come into your comfortable Sukhasana. Close your eyes. Just let yourself breathe. You might notice what you're bringing with you in today's you might notice what you're bringing with you in today's practice. And then ask yourself to set it aside so you can be more fully present. Not because it doesn't matter, not to dismiss or diminish, but know that you can come back to it. Sometimes the mind needs permission. Let's begin to cultivate Samana breathing. Equal inhale, equal exhale. So first, find the count of your inhale capacity. Let's not judge how big that capacity is, but honor what's truly there, what's truly present for you. If you inhale to 4, begin to exhale to 4. You can always change it as you move through the breath practice. If your capacity widens, your window of tolerance becomes bigger. You don't have to stay with a count of 4 if 6 begins to feel more comfortable. Blink your eyes open when you're ready, and you can continue with your Samana breathing. We do want to have blocks for today's practice. And if you'd like, you could bring a block to your side right now and press your hand into the right floor block. Inhale, left arm up and over. Turn your gaze to the right. We often begin with these side movements and twists to open our body and prepare ourselves for practice. I think it feels nice to have routine and rhythm at the beginning of our practices together. Inhale, reach up. Bring your block with you, or place your hand on the floor. Turn your gaze down towards the right. Breathe into your right side body. Sometimes we're always looking for what's new, what's fresh. And our nervous systems actually prefer repetition. Inhale, look up, take a sip, more breath. And exhale, twist to the right. Breathe into your lower belly. With your inhale, begin to reach up, take a sip, more breath. Then exhale, twist to the left. Exhale completely. And inhale, come back around to center. I have a breath practice for us to help us move the lymphatic system. It's called Kalabhati. If you're on your menstrual cycle or you have heart conditions, please use your discernment and you might just return to your Samana breathing for this practice. So what we're going to do is we're going to exhale short and quick, about 15 to 20 times, depending on your capacity. At the end of our exhales like that, we're going to take a long, smooth inhale in and then a slow exhale out completely. So when you're ready, take an inhale, exhale it out completely. And then we'll begin. We're going to go. Inhale long, smooth, to your capacity. Then exhale slowly and completely. Great. Let's move into some face lymphatic detox or some facial drainage. So begin by massaging the meaty part above your collarbone on each side. So self-massage. I do this every morning and I try to do it at night too to help clear out my lymphatic system, help me breathe easier, particularly in the spring. This is when mucus and phlegm and all those wonderful words that we have, that's when these build up. It's the kapha season. Take 2 fingers and below your ear and above your jaw, there's a spot here that's a lymph node. And massage here. You can just circle. It might be tender. And if it is tender, that's a sign that there is some buildup here. So you're doing the right thing. And I like to interlock my fingers and use my thumbs on my brow point, or you could just use your thumbs here, whatever is going to work easiest for you. You interlock and bring your thumbs out. You could rest your forehead and you can move your forehead around, or you can use your thumbs to massage the lymph nodes here. This part can be extremely tender if you're sick, a cold or a flu. And release that practice and take your 2 fingers again and let's just tap. It's like air traffic control here. We're going to tap from the lymph nodes down to that jaw point we massaged. You can go over the bridge of your nose, under your eyes and down, across your top lip and down, and across your chin and jaw. Beautiful. Now we'll begin some tapotement on our arm. So stick your left arm out and make a small light fist with your right hand and begin to pat from the wrist to your shoulder. We're going to go 5 times on each section of our arm. Turn your arm. Bend your elbow up towards the ceiling so you can get your tricep and armpit. Start with your tricep 5 times. And then go in a counterclockwise motion on your left side here. So we're moving towards your heart. Great. Release your hand down, and then we'll go to the right side. You might just consider what it's like to tend to yourself in this way. This is a different way of preventing sickness than taking a vitamin or something else. This is how I take care of myself and prevent getting sick. And I actually haven't been sick this year. Should knock on wood, because it can still happen. And bend your elbow up. Go in a circle towards your heart. Okay. Let's go across the chest. And I have a microphone here, so I'm going to be really careful, but please go from your shoulder towards your heart. Go both sides. Break up any congestion in your chest cavity. Wonderful. Now we'll go back to that breath practice, but we'll add a dynamic arm movement. So when we exhale up, when we inhale up, we're gonna brighten our fingers up towards the ceiling, jazz hands, spirit fingers, and then exhale down. So the inhale happens naturally. So we're really only focused on that exhale. So it'll go like this. And we'll do that 20 times. We'll take a rest. We'll do it one more time. Then we'll move into some movement, and then we'll do our lymphatic system on the bottom half and have a Savasana. So when you're ready, take an inhale, exhale it all out completely. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Inhale in long and smooth. Exhale completely. Any dizziness or swimminess that you might feel is normal. That's why we take the pause in between. Feel your life force, any sensations, any buzzing in your body. This is prana moving again. Let's do it one more time. So inhale, let it all out. Inhale, brighten your fingers, and begin to exhale. Keep going. Long inhale. Smooth, long exhale. Rest your hands in your lap. Feel your prana without needing to make it good or bad, but just to notice what's happening in your internal chemistry. Open your eyes as you feel ready. Let's do one more nerve flossing. This will really benefit us in our next posture sequence. So reach your right arm out with your fingers faced up. You might feel a nerve there. You push out with the heel of your hand and then turn your neck, turn your gaze to the left. Just breathe here for a moment. Bring your head back to center and your arm in. As you inhale, extend and look to the left. Return to center. One more time. Release your right hand down, extend your left, and begin to press out with the heel of your hand. Then look to the right. Keep pressing. And then this time, come back to center, draw your elbow towards your body, and then extend as you look to the right. Come back to center, And one more time. Come back. Release your hand down. Let's come up to stand. Please have your blocks nearby. If I didn't say that at the beginning of practice, I meant to. And step your feet as wide as maybe one leg length or 2 to 3 feet. You can place your hands on your hips, bend your knees for goddess pose. So this can be enough for right now. And press down into the earth to come up. Come down, press up. Brilliant. Okay, this time, point your toes out to the right and have your heels in one line. Your left toes will face the long edge of your mat, right toes towards the short edge. Reach your arms out to a T. This is where I said the nerve flossing that we just did was going to be really helpful. Then bend into your right knee for warrior two. Hip bones face the long edge of your mat as you open your knee to the wall behind you, or in my case, the window behind me. Set your dristi, your focal point, to be over your right middle fingernail. Take a breath here. And then straighten your right knee, pivot your toes forward. We'll pivot the left toes towards the left short edge. And as you exhale, bend into your left knee, hip bones facing the long edge of your mat. Open your left knee towards the wall behind you. Straighten your left leg, pivot your toes forward. You can release your arms down for a moment. If you'd like to take a shoulder roll or two, it can be helpful. Okay. Take your toes on the right side towards the short edge. Reach your arms out to a T, and once more come into warrior two. This is where we're going to add a little more spice. So this time, pivot your left toes so they're facing the short edge of your mat, and draw your hands up towards the ceiling. This is crescent pose. So it's a balance posture. So see if you can release judgment and try not to make this perfect. It's going to be messy, and that's okay. So press down into your right foot and lunge forward, bringing your chest down towards the wall. You can have your hands out in front of you or draw them down your spine or use your blocks here. This is warrior three. It's a very strong balance posture. Wobbling is a good sign. But sometimes we make wobbling to be, oh, I'm not doing it right. It's not perfect. My leg's not high enough. My chest isn't down low enough. Just forget all that and be with your breath. Step your left toes back to crescent. See if you can draw your arms back up. Exhale, lower your left heel back to warrior two. And then come back up to center. Great job. Okay. Bring your blocks to the opposite side so they're ready for you. With your toes face forward, take a breath here. Reach your arms out. Pivot left toes towards the short edge of your mat. Exhale into warrior two. Hip bones face the long edge. Open your knee. When you feel your steady ground, begin to cartwheel your hands and pivot your toes into crescent lunge. You can always drop down to your knee. With a song in your heart, shift your weight into your left foot, pick up your right, and bring your hands to blocks, down by your back. You bring them to heart center. It's your practice. Try to point your toes down. Need not be perfect. Smile at the wobble. Smile at the imperfection. And begin to step right toes back down. Draw your hands up. Open up into warrior two. And pivot your toes forward. Hands to hips. Exhale, forward fold. Find your steady breath. And please keep a bend in your knees. Inhale, rise up. Place your hands on your thighs, right in your chest, right in your heart forward. Inhale, center. And then exhale, dip left shoulder to right knee. Inhale, come back. And dip right shoulder to left knee. Move through this at your own pace. Twists are extremely helpful for our lymphatic system. We did a lot of twisting last week. One more to each side. See if you can keep your weight in your heels. Then bend your knees, sit your hips back, press down into the earth to rise all the way up. Okay, let's come down into constructive rest. We're making it there. The constructive rest is laying on your back with your knees bent. And let your body recalibrate to this new foundation. Pick up your right foot and stretch it up towards the ceiling. You can support your leg with your hand, and we'll begin a little tapotement from the ankle down to the hip. Just do your best here. Doesn't have to be perfect. I kind of love that. I kind of love not needing to be perfect. It's perfectly imperfect. When we're not focused on being perfect, it allows something new to arise. So pause here, hold your leg, and we'll begin to pump our toes. So reaching toes up towards the ceiling, and flex your foot so your toes come towards your nose. My legs are a little shaky after the balance. Okay, release right foot down. Massage into your hip, to your pelvic region. There's lymph nodes here as well. And when you're ready, pick up your left and begin Tapotement. I think I found on the last leg it was easier to use both my hands. When that feels good, steady your left leg and begin pumping your toes. Moving the lymphatic system. Moving lymph back to your heart where it will recirculate. It will take what we need, what's good for us, and send the rest for elimination. And we don't just digest or store food and nutrients. We digest our experiences, our emotions, or at least hopefully we're digesting our emotions. Many of us store them for later. Release your left foot down. We'll pause here for a moment. Extend your left leg long. Draw right knee in towards your chest. We'll pause here for a few breath cycles in Ardha Apanasana, half wind relieving pose. Creating some compression on the right side. Place your left hand on the outside of your right knee and draw your right knee over to the left. Spread your arms out to a T and look to the right. If space is limited, you can always take cactus arms. Breathe into your lower belly. Those rinse, squeeze We're doing the squeeze to repeat. Inhale, come back to center. Extend your right leg long. Draw left in. And pause here for a few breath cycles. Then guide your left knee over to the right as you look to the left. Breathe into your lower belly. Know that getting into the shape is all that's required. There's nothing else to do but breathe, and your body will breathe you. So there really is nothing else for you to do here. Perfectly imperfect. Let's come back to center. And draw your right knee in to meet your left and wrap your hands around your shins or your hamstrings. Close your eyes. Release any control of your breathing. And perhaps just witness your lower belly ascending towards your thighs on the inhale and descending towards your spine, towards the ground with each exhale. Reach your forehead towards your knees and give yourself a hug, a squeeze for your practice. And then exhale, pour out into Savasana, where you might like to grab your sweater or a blanket. Let's be warm and cozy and not distracted by cold toes. Take up as much space on your mat, on your floor, in your space. Pull the flesh of your buttocks to the side. That creates a wider, more stable foundation. Option for palms face up today. This is a more receiving posture. You've just done the hard work of moving your lymph, clearing space, being imperfectly balanced. So there's nothing else to do here, but let your body integrate. Let it recalibrate all on its own, like it's always known how to do. Soften the corners of your eyes. Let your jaw hinge be loose and your tongue lay flat. Allow your body to get a little heavier, more relaxed with each organic exhale. And each time you exhale, your body sinks a little deeper into your space. There's no need to hold yourself up. And there's nothing else to do right now in this moment. No performing needed. No trying. You don't need to try to make anything happen. Soften your body. Let go of expectation of needing this to be a certain way or needing yourself to be somehow different. You are perfect. If your mind has wandered, that's totally normal. Just guide it back to the present moment, your breath, the weight of your body on the earth. Release any holding in your hips or your pelvis. Let your belly be soft. Perhaps imagining a clear lake. There's no wind, there's no rain. Nothing disturbs this lake right now. Later it will. But for right now, it's a perfect reflection of the sky or trees around it. Each gentle breath that comes naturally does not disturb the lake. And if it does, that's okay. The lake was never meant to be perfect, but it does know how to return to stillness. And so do you. As always, if you have more time, please stay as long as you can. And if now is time to finish your practice, begin to slowly deepen your breath. Maybe wiggle fingers and toes, and blink eyes open. And add some bigger movements like rocking head side to side, or roll wrists and ankles, or take that full body stretch. Bend one knee, then the other. Please roll to one side and pause here. If you have a tendency to pop right up after your practice, see if you can be a little more patient, a little slower. And then press yourself up when you're ready. And we'll sit for a few moments of mindfulness together. Close your eyes and cultivate your Samana breath one more time. And just be the felt sense. You could drop the counting and just feel into what equal inhale and equal exhale feels like, not needing it to be perfect or exact. Bring your hands to heart center if this is a gesture you enjoy, and bow towards your heart. Release your hands when you're ready. I hope this practice gives you a little more permission to drop the need to be perfect. I know it's giving me permission, and that creates more space and freedom and spontaneity for what needs to arise to come through. Thank you so much for sharing your time and energy with me this week. I hope to see you again next week.